Ladies and gentlemen, today we gather to reflect on a concept that is as timeless as it is pressing: the creation of a personal vision in a rapidly changing world. Specifically, we focus on the journey of a woman who carves her path in 2025, a year that represents both unprecedented challenges and boundless opportunities. The foundation of personal vision begins with the acceptance of responsibility for one's life and circumstances. This principle, while seemingly simple, is profoundly transformative and deeply relevant in the context of 2025. Responsibility is not merely a concept to be understood intellectually. It is a path to be walked, a burden to be carried, and paradoxically, the source of genuine freedom. When a woman chooses to take responsibility for her life, she engages in an act of immense courage, one that fundamentally shifts her relationship with the world around her. Responsibility begins with the acknowledgement that life is inherently complex and filled with challenges. It is tempting, and often encouraged by certain cultural narratives, to attribute our struggles to external factors: systems of oppression, economic inequalities, or interpersonal conflicts. While these factors are undeniably real and impactful, they do not diminish the individual's capacity to act. To place all blame externally is to surrender agency, to relinquish the power to effect change, and to adopt a posture of helplessness. Taking responsibility, on the other hand, is an act of defiance against this mindset. It is the declaration: I am capable of responding to the challenges I face. I am not a passive recipient of life's circumstances, but an active participant in shaping them. This shift in perspective is transformative because it reframes problems not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. When a woman embraces responsibility, she stops asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and begins asking, "What can I do about it?" This question, while simple, opens the door to action, creativity, and problem solving. It transforms her from a victim of circumstances into a creator of possibilities. Responsibility, in this sense, is not about blame, it is about empowerment. It is not about perfection, it is about effort. It is not about control over everything, but about control over oneself, over one's thoughts, emotions, and actions. Taking responsibility also necessitates an honest assessment of one's own life. It requires looking in the mirror and confronting the uncomfortable truths about where one is falling short. This is not an easy task. It is far easier to focus on external issues or to distract oneself with fleeting pleasures than to face the reality of personal shortcomings. But this confrontation, painful as it may be, is the starting point for real change. When a woman takes stock of her life, acknowledges her weaknesses, and commits to addressing them, she begins the process of transformation. She becomes a sculptor, chipping away at the excess and refining herself into something stronger, more capable, and more aligned with her vision. Responsibility also requires a deep sense of ownership over one's choices. Every decision, big or small, contributes to the trajectory of one's life. A woman who takes responsibility recognizes that even the seemingly insignificant choices, how she spends her time, how she reacts to adversity, how she treats others, are cumulative. They build habits, shape character, and ultimately define her path. This awareness instills a sense of intentionality in her actions. She does not drift aimlessly through life, allowing circumstances to dictate her direction. Instead, she actively charts her course, making choices that align with her values and propel her toward her goals. Critically, responsibility is not about carrying the weight of the world alone. It is not about taking on more than is reasonable or sustainable. In fact, true responsibility often involves recognizing one's limits and seeking help when needed. It involves building a support system, asking for guidance, and working collaboratively with others. A woman who embraces responsibility does not see herself as isolated, but as part of a larger network of relationships and communities. She understands that her actions have ripple effects, influencing not only her own life, but also the lives of those around her. This awareness deepens her sense of accountability and motivates her to act with integrity and care. In the context of 2025, responsibility takes on an even greater significance. We live in a time of rapid change, technological advancement, and cultural transformation. These shifts bring both opportunities and uncertainties. It is easy to feel overwhelmed, to be swept along by the tide of events, or to fall into a sense of passivity in the face of such vast forces. But a woman who takes responsibility does not allow herself to be paralyzed by the enormity of the world's challenges. Instead, she focuses on what she can do within her sphere of influence. She recognizes that while she cannot control everything, she can control something, and that her efforts, however small, matter. Responsibility also serves as a counterbalance to the culture of entitlement that can sometimes pervade modern society. Entitlement whispers that life should be easy, that success should come without effort, and that happiness is a right rather than something to be earned. Responsibility, in contrast, acknowledges that life is difficult, that meaningful achievements require effort, and that true fulfillment comes not from receiving, but from contributing. A woman who takes responsibility rejects the illusion of entitlement and instead embraces the challenge of earning her place in the world through hard work, perseverance, and purpose. Finally, responsibility is a source of profound freedom. This may seem paradoxical. After all, responsibility is often associated with weight and obligation, not liberation. But when a woman takes responsibility, she gains control over her life. She is no longer at the mercy of external forces or the whims of fate. She becomes the author of her own story, the architect of her own destiny. This freedom is not the absence of constraints, but the ability to choose within them. It is the freedom to live with intention, to act with purpose, and to create a life that reflects her deepest values and aspirations. In 2025, a woman who accepts responsibility for her life does more than create her own vision. She sets an example for others to follow. She becomes a beacon of strength and resilience, demonstrating that it is possible to face life's challenges with courage and to emerge stronger on the other side. Her journey is not easy, but it is meaningful. And in the end, it is this meaning, born of responsibility, that gives her vision its power and her life its profound significance. The process of creating a personal vision is inherently tied to the interplay between chaos and order, two fundamental forces that define the structure of reality. To understand this dynamic is to grasp the essence of creativity and progress, for it is within this balance that innovation, growth, and transformation occur. Chaos represents the unknown, the realm of potential and possibilities, where new ideas and opportunities reside. Order, by contrast, embodies structure, stability, and discipline, the framework within which actions are organized and goals are achieved. A woman striving to create her vision in 2025 must learn to navigate this intricate dance between chaos and order, for it is in this navigation that true creativity and meaning are found. Chaos is both alluring and intimidating. It is the space of infinite potential, the realm where anything might happen and where the seeds of greatness lie. But it is also unpredictable, filled with uncertainty and risk. It demands courage to step into chaos, to explore the unknown, and to confront the fears that arise when faced with what is unfamiliar. Chaos challenges us to think differently, to question assumptions, and to imagine new possibilities. It is the birthplace of innovation, where the boundaries of what is possible are expanded. At the same time, chaos without order leads to disarray and confusion. A vision born entirely of chaos risks becoming a mere collection of fragmented ideas, lacking coherence or direction. This is where the necessity of order becomes apparent. Order provides the structure within which chaos can be tamed and harnessed. It is the discipline to organize thoughts, the perseverance to follow through on commitments, and the wisdom to prioritize what truly matters. Order turns abstract ideas into tangible outcomes, translating potential into reality. The woman who seeks to create her vision in 2025 must first recognize that neither chaos nor order alone is sufficient. Too much chaos leads to instability, anxiety, and a lack of focus. Too much order, on the other hand, breeds rigidity, stagnation, and a resistance to change. The key lies in finding the delicate balance between these two forces, a balance that allows for both exploration and execution. This balance is not static, but dynamic, requiring constant adjustment as circumstances evolve and new challenges arise. To engage with chaos effectively, a woman must cultivate curiosity and openness. She must be willing to step outside her comfort zone, to take risks, and to embrace the possibility of failure. This does not mean recklessness. It means approaching the unknown with a sense of wonder and a readiness to learn. Chaos is a teacher, albeit a harsh one, and its lessons often come through trial and error. The visionary woman understands that mistakes are not failures, but opportunities for growth. Each misstep is a chance to refine her understanding, to adapt her approach, and to strengthen her resolve. Yet as she ventures into chaos, she must anchor herself in order. This anchoring is achieved through the cultivation of habits, routines, and principles that provide stability amidst uncertainty. Habits create a framework for consistent action, ensuring that progress is made, even when the path forward is unclear. Routines offer a sense of predictability, grounding her in the present and preventing her from becoming overwhelmed by the enormity of her vision. Principles serve as a moral compass, guiding her decisions and keeping her aligned with her values. One of the most profound aspects of balancing chaos and order is the recognition that these forces are not merely external but internal as well. Chaos exists within us in the form of doubts, fears, and conflicting desires. Order, too, resides within, in the form of discipline, clarity, and purpose. The woman who creates her vision must learn to navigate her inner chaos, to confront her insecurities, and reconcile her conflicting impulses. This inner work is essential, for it is the foundation upon which external achievements are built. A disordered mind cannot create an ordered vision. In the context of 2025, the balance between chaos and order takes on new dimensions. The world is changing at an unprecedented pace, driven by technological advancements, cultural shifts, and global challenges. This rapid change introduces new forms of chaos, from the uncertainties of artificial intelligence to the complexities of global interconnectedness. At the same time, it demands new forms of order, as individuals and societies strive to adapt and find stability in the face of these transformations. The visionary woman must navigate this shifting landscape with both adaptability and resilience. She must embrace the opportunities presented by change while maintaining a clear sense of purpose and direction. Balancing chaos and order also involves collaboration. No vision is created in isolation, and the interplay of different perspectives, skills, and experiences can enrich the creative process. Collaboration, however, requires a willingness to navigate interpersonal chaos, the misunderstandings, conflicts, and unpredictability that arise when working with others. It also demands the establishment of shared order, a framework of communication and cooperation that allows for productive collaboration. A woman who masters this dynamic becomes not only a creator of her own vision, but also a catalyst for collective growth and innovation. Ultimately, the dance between chaos and order is not a challenge to be overcome, but a process to be embraced. It is through this process that a woman discovers her true potential, as she learns to navigate uncertainty with confidence and to build structure with intention. Each step in this dance is an act of creation, a moment of bringing something new into existence. It is a journey of transformation, both of the self and of the world. In 2025, the woman who masters the balance between chaos and order becomes a force of change. She embodies both the courage to explore the unknown and the discipline to bring her vision to life. Her journey is not easy, for it requires constant effort, self-reflection, and adaptation. But it is deeply meaningful, for it is through this journey that she not only creates her own vision, but also contributes to the shaping of a better future. In the end, the balance she achieves becomes her greatest strength, and the vision she realizes becomes her lasting legacy. In an age dominated by digital media, instant communication, and relentless streams of information, the need for authenticity has become more crucial than ever. The creation of a personal vision demands a steadfast commitment to one's own values, identity, and purpose, a task that requires navigating the noise of external influences with discernment and resilience. Authenticity is not merely a preference in this context, it is a necessity. It provides the foundation upon which a meaningful and sustainable vision can be built, ensuring that the journey aligns with who the individual truly is, rather than conforming to transient societal expectations or superficial trends. To be authentic is to be deeply connected to oneself, a connection that requires introspection and honesty. In a world where social media and digital platforms amplify curated personas, the temptation to project an idealized version of oneself can be overwhelming. A woman striving to create her vision in 2025 must resist this pull. She must have the courage to ask difficult questions. Who am I, independent of external validation? What do I truly value? What are my strengths and where do I need to grow? These questions, though challenging, form the basis of authenticity. They demand an unflinching look at both strengths and weaknesses, aspirations and fears, and successes and failures. This level of self-awareness is not an endpoint, but a continuous process, as each stage of life brings new experiences that shape identity. Authenticity also involves aligning actions with values. It is not enough to know what matters most. One must live in accordance with those principles. This alignment can be particularly difficult in 2025, a time when competing pressures, professional, personal, and societal, threaten to pull individuals in multiple directions. The woman who creates her vision must learn to say no to what does not serve her purpose, even when it is tempting or socially rewarded. She must recognize that every choice reflects her priorities and that a lack of alignment between values and actions undermines the integrity of her vision. Maintaining authenticity in a digital age is further complicated by the pervasive influence of comparison. Social media platforms, for all their benefits, create an environment where individuals are constantly exposed to the highlight reels of others' lives. This exposure can lead to feelings of inadequacy, envy, or self-doubt, all of which threaten to derail authenticity. The woman who seeks to create her vision must develop the ability to view such content critically, understanding that what she sees is often a carefully curated version of reality. She must cultivate a mindset that prioritizes her own journey over the perceived successes of others. Authenticity requires acknowledging that each person's path is unique and that comparing oneself to others diminishes the value of one's individuality. A significant aspect of authenticity is the willingness to be vulnerable. In a world that often equates vulnerability with weakness, this can be particularly difficult. Yet, vulnerability is a powerful force in the creation of a personal vision. It allows for genuine connections with others, fosters empathy, and creates opportunities for growth. A woman who is authentic does not hide her struggles or imperfections. Instead, she embraces them as part of her humanity. This openness not only strengthens her sense of self, but also inspires others, creating a ripple effect of authenticity in her community. This pursuit of authenticity also necessitates the rejection of superficial validation. It is easy to become preoccupied with external measures of success, likes, followers, awards, or material possessions. While these metrics may bring temporary satisfaction, they do not provide lasting fulfillment. A woman who is authentic understands that true success is defined by her own standards, not by the expectations of others. She prioritizes internal measures of growth, such as the development of character, the pursuit of meaningful goals, and the cultivation of relationships that enrich her life. These internal measures, while less visible to the outside world, form the foundation of a vision that is both enduring and deeply personal. Another challenge to authenticity in 2025 is the rapid pace of change. New technologies, shifting cultural norms, and global uncertainties create an environment of constant flux. In such a context, it can be tempting to adapt one's identity to fit the prevailing trends. While adaptability is a valuable skill, it must not come at the expense of authenticity. A woman who creates her vision must learn to differentiate between changes that align with her values and those that compromise them. She must remain grounded in her core identity while remaining open to growth and evolution. This balance requires both self-awareness and discernment, as well as the courage to stand firm when faced with external pressures. Authenticity also plays a critical role in relationships, both personal and professional. A vision cannot be realized in isolation. It requires collaboration, support, and the exchange of ideas. Authenticity fosters trust, the foundation of all meaningful relationships. When a woman is genuine in her interactions, she creates an environment where others feel safe to do the same. This authenticity not only strengthens bonds, but also enhances the quality of collaboration as it allows for open communication and the sharing of diverse perspectives. Moreover, authentic relationships provide the support system necessary to navigate the challenges of pursuing a vision, offering encouragement, accountability, and a sense of belonging. In 2025, authenticity is not merely an individual pursuit, it is a societal necessity. As the world becomes increasingly interconnected, the ability to remain true to oneself serves as a counterbalance to the forces of homogenization and conformity. The woman who creates her vision in this context becomes a role model, demonstrating that it is possible to succeed without compromising one's values. Her authenticity becomes a source of inspiration for others, encouraging them to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery and vision creation. Ultimately, authenticity is both a starting point and a guiding principle in the creation of a personal vision. It requires continuous effort, unwavering courage, and a deep commitment to living in alignment with one's true self. For the woman who embraces this challenge, the rewards are profound. She not only realizes her vision, but also experiences a sense of fulfillment that comes from knowing that her journey, no matter how difficult, is a reflection of her deepest values and aspirations. In doing so, she not only transforms her own life, but also contributes to the creation of a more authentic and compassionate world. The ability to adapt to change is a cornerstone of resilience, particularly in a world that is evolving at an unprecedented pace. In 2025, where technological advancements, economic fluctuations, and cultural shifts define the global landscape, the capacity to navigate uncertainty is not merely advantageous, it is essential. A woman striving to create her own vision must embrace adaptability as a core principle, recognizing that change is not an obstacle to be feared, but a reality to be understood, engaged with, and ultimately harnessed for growth. Adaptability begins with a mindset that acknowledges the inevitability of change. Resistance to change is a natural human tendency, rooted in our desire for stability and predictability. However, clinging to the status quo in a world that is constantly in flux can lead to stagnation and frustration. The visionary woman understands that change is neither inherently good nor bad. It simply is. What matters is how one responds to it. This acceptance allows her to approach change with curiosity rather than fear, seeing it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and innovate. Central to adaptability is the ability to remain flexible in the face of shifting circumstances. This flexibility does not imply a lack of direction or commitment, but rather a willingness to adjust plans and strategies as needed. A rigid adherence to a predefined path can be detrimental when external conditions render that path unviable. The adaptable woman knows that success often requires recalibration, whether it is rethinking a career trajectory, pivoting a business strategy, or reevaluating personal goals. Flexibility enables her to stay aligned with her vision while navigating the inevitable twists and turns of the journey. Adaptability also requires a willingness to let go of outdated beliefs, practices, or expectations. In 2025, the rapid pace of technological advancement, for example, demands a continuous reevaluation of skills and knowledge. What was relevant 5 years ago may no longer be sufficient today. The adaptable woman is not threatened by this reality. Instead, she sees it as an invitation to evolve. She embraces lifelong learning, seeking out opportunities to acquire new skills, expand her knowledge, and stay informed about emerging trends. This proactive approach ensures that she remains equipped to thrive in a changing world. Another critical aspect of adaptability is emotional resilience. Change often brings uncertainty, and uncertainty can evoke anxiety, doubt, or a sense of loss. The woman who adapts effectively does not suppress these emotions, but learns to manage them constructively. She cultivates self-awareness, recognizing her feelings without allowing them to dictate her actions. She develops coping strategies such as mindfulness, journaling, or seeking support from trusted mentors and peers. These practices enable her to maintain her composure and focus even in the face of significant challenges, ensuring that she can make clear-headed decisions. Adaptability also involves cultivating a growth-oriented perspective on failure. When pursuing a vision, setbacks are inevitable. Projects may not go as planned, goals may take longer to achieve, or unexpected obstacles may arise. For the adaptable woman, failure is not a signal to give up, but a valuable source of insight. She views mistakes as opportunities to learn, analyzing what went wrong and how she can improve moving forward. This mindset transforms failure from a source of discouragement into a catalyst for growth, fostering resilience and perseverance. In addition to internal adaptability, the ability to collaborate effectively with others is a key component of navigating change. A woman creating her vision in 2025 recognizes that she does not exist in isolation. Her success is intertwined with the people and systems around her. Collaboration requires a willingness to listen, to consider diverse perspectives, and to adapt one's approach in response to feedback. It also involves building relationships based on trust, respect, and shared purpose. By fostering a collaborative spirit, the adaptable woman not only strengthens her own efforts, but also contributes to collective problem-solving and innovation. In the context of 2025, technological adaptability is particularly crucial. The integration of artificial intelligence, automation, and digital platforms into nearly every aspect of life has transformed how we work, communicate, and create. A woman who is adaptable in this domain leverages technology as a tool to advance her vision. She seeks out resources, learns to use new tools, and stays informed about technological trends. At the same time, she maintains a critical perspective, understanding that technology is a means to an end, not an end in itself. Her adaptability allows her to navigate the opportunities and challenges of a tech-driven world with confidence and discernment. Adaptability also requires a forward-thinking mindset. While it is important to address immediate challenges, the visionary woman keeps her focus on the bigger picture. She anticipates potential changes and prepares for them proactively, whether by building financial resilience, diversifying her skill set, or cultivating relationships that can support her through transitions. This forward-looking approach ensures that she is not caught off guard by change, but is instead positioned to respond effectively and strategically. Ultimately, adaptability is about more than surviving change. It is about thriving within it. It is the ability to turn uncertainty into opportunity, to use challenges as stepping stones toward growth, and to remain true to one's vision while embracing the necessity of evolution. For the woman creating her vision in 2025, adaptability is not merely a skill but a way of being. It reflects a deep understanding of the dynamic nature of life and a commitment to continuous self-improvement. By embracing adaptability, she becomes not only a creator of her vision, but also a role model for others. Her ability to navigate change with grace and determination inspires those around her, demonstrating that resilience and flexibility are the keys to unlocking potential in an ever-changing world. In doing so, she not only shapes her own future, but also contributes to a culture of adaptability and innovation, paving the way for a more resilient and dynamic society. The pursuit of excellence is an endeavor that demands deliberate effort, unwavering focus, and an enduring commitment to self-improvement. In a world defined by complexity and rapid change, the path to creating a meaningful vision in 2025 requires a foundation of sustained discipline. Excellence, far from being an innate quality or an outcome of fleeting moments of brilliance, is the result of consistent actions taken over time, guided by purpose and driven by a clear sense of direction. A woman aspiring to craft her vision must understand the importance of discipline not as a restrictive force, but as a liberating framework within which creativity, growth, and achievement can flourish. Discipline begins with clarity of purpose. To pursue excellence, one must first define what excellence means in the context of their unique goals and aspirations. Without a clear sense of purpose, efforts risk becoming scattered and unfocused, leading to frustration and burnout. A disciplined woman sets her sights on a specific vision, understanding that this clarity provides the motivation necessary to sustain her through challenges. Purpose acts as a compass, guiding her actions and ensuring that her efforts are aligned with her highest values and priorities. Once purpose is established, discipline becomes the means through which that purpose is realized. It is the ability to translate aspirations into tangible actions, to bridge the gap between intention and execution. This requires the cultivation of habits that support progress, such as setting goals, creating routines, and prioritizing tasks. Habits, once established, become automatic, reducing the cognitive load associated with decision-making and allowing for sustained focus on what truly matters. For the woman pursuing her vision, these habits become the building blocks of her success, enabling her to make steady progress even when motivation wanes or obstacles arise. Discipline also requires the ability to delay gratification, a skill that is increasingly important in a culture that emphasizes instant rewards. The pursuit of excellence often involves long periods of effort with no immediate payoff, and the temptation to abandon difficult tasks in favor of easier or more immediately satisfying alternatives can be strong. A disciplined individual recognizes the value of patience, understanding that true achievement is the result of sustained effort over time. She resists the allure of shortcuts, knowing that they rarely lead to meaningful or lasting success. Instead, she embraces the process, finding satisfaction in the journey itself rather than solely in the destination. Equally important is the capacity to persevere in the face of setbacks. Discipline is not merely the ability to work hard. It is the resilience to keep going when progress is slow, when challenges seem insurmountable, or when failures threaten to undermine confidence. Perseverance requires a mindset that views obstacles not as insurmountable barriers, but as opportunities for growth and learning. Each setback becomes a chance to refine strategies, build resilience, and deepen commitment to the vision. For the woman creating her vision in 2025, this perseverance becomes a defining characteristic, allowing her to navigate the uncertainties and complexities of a rapidly changing world. Discipline also involves the strategic use of time and energy. In a world filled with distractions, the ability to focus on what truly matters is a critical skill. The disciplined woman learns to manage her time effectively, recognizing that not all tasks are equally important. She prioritizes those actions that contribute most directly to her vision, avoiding the trap of busyness that can masquerade as productivity. This requires a willingness to set boundaries, to say no to demands that do not align with her goals, and to allocate time for rest and self-care. By managing her energy wisely, she ensures that she can sustain her efforts over the long term without succumbing to burnout. Another essential aspect of discipline is accountability. Excellence is rarely achieved in isolation, and the presence of supportive relationships can significantly enhance one's ability to stay disciplined. A woman pursuing her vision can benefit from the guidance of mentors, the encouragement of peers, and the constructive feedback of collaborators. These relationships provide not only external accountability, but also a sense of community and shared purpose. They remind her that she is not alone in her journey and that her efforts contribute to something larger than herself. In the context of 2025, discipline must also extend to the responsible use of technology. While technology offers unprecedented opportunities for productivity and innovation, it also poses significant challenges in the form of distractions, information overload, and the blurring of boundaries between work and personal life. The disciplined woman approaches technology with intentionality, using it as a tool to enhance her efforts, rather than allowing it to dictate her behavior. She sets boundaries around screen time, practices digital mindfulness, and leverages technology to streamline her workflows without compromising her focus or well-being. Ultimately, discipline is not about perfection, but about consistency. The woman pursuing her vision in 2025 understands that excellence is not achieved through flawless execution, but through the willingness to show up day after day and do the work. She accepts that progress will not always be linear, that there will be moments of doubt and difficulty, but she remains committed to her path. Her discipline becomes a source of inner strength, enabling her to push through challenges and continue striving toward her goals. Discipline, when practiced consistently, becomes a form of freedom. It liberates the individual from the tyranny of indecision, from the chaos of distraction, and from the limitations of self-doubt. For the woman creating her vision, this freedom allows her to focus fully on what truly matters, to bring her unique talents and perspectives to bear on the challenges of the world, and to leave a legacy of excellence that inspires others. In embracing discipline as a core principle, she not only achieves her own vision, but also demonstrates the transformative power of sustained effort, purpose, and resilience. In conclusion, the journey of a woman creating her own vision in 2025 is both a personal odyssey and a universal call to courage, authenticity, adaptability, discipline, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. She navigates a world that is dynamic, complex, and at times overwhelming, yet she refuses to be confined by its challenges. Instead, she transforms these challenges into opportunities, crafting a path that aligns with her deepest values and highest aspirations. Her courage allows her to confront uncertainty with determination, breaking through barriers and inspiring others to do the same. Her authenticity ensures that her vision is a true reflection of her identity, rooted in integrity and aligned with her purpose. Through adaptability, she learns to evolve with the changing world, finding strength in flexibility and resilience in the face of the unknown. Discipline becomes her steadfast companion, driving her daily efforts, enabling her to persevere, and reminding her that sustained, intentional action creates lasting impact. Finally, her unwavering commitment to excellence ensures that her work is not only significant, but also transformative, leaving a mark that endures. This journey is not easy, nor is it meant to be. The challenges faced along the way are what forge character, deepen resolve, and build the foundation for meaningful achievement. The woman who creates her vision in 2025 is not only a leader in her own right, but also a beacon of hope for others, demonstrating that purposeful action, guided by values and supported by resilience, can reshape not only individual lives, but entire communities. As we look to the future, let us draw inspiration from her example. Let us remember that the power to create change begins within each of us, shaped by our willingness to embrace our unique paths with courage and conviction. The world of 2025 and beyond belongs to those who dare to envision it, who refuse to be limited by the constraints of the present, and who build a future that reflects the very best of their humanity. In that spirit, may we all strive to create our own visions, contributing to a brighter, more authentic, and more connected world.